Well, last update I did on this was early part of April, I think the 7th or the 8th. So it's July 28th of 2021. And I've had the bike now about 3.5 months, and I've probably put around 400 miles on it or so, give or take. Just a couple of thoughts. I had complained earlier about the stem here coming loose. I took it into the shop shortly after that particular video was made, not too long after, I don't know, a month or so, and they tightened it maybe with a longer, an Allen wrench with a longer handle, got some more torque, and there hasn't been a problem. I haven't tried to readjust it because I'm happy with where it's at right now, so that's become a non-issue. There was some ghost shifting, but again, that's part of break-in maintenance, I'm guessing, and the people worked on that at the shop, and I didn't have a ghost shift again until yesterday, so it probably needs another tweak. And I had rode probably well over 30 miles yesterday in the particular run that I was on. The comfort hybrid position that this bike sits in is good in many respects, but being a relatively inexperienced cyclist and getting much more with this, I do realize that comes at a cost, and that of course is wind drag. When you're riding against a good stiff wind, it's significant. But again, I bought this bike not to win any races. I bought it for fun and fitness. And when that wind is blowing against you, you're certainly pedaling, and that's kind of the idea, I suppose. As far as the different terrains that it's, like I say, it's obviously a hybrid, comfort hybrid. It's set up. It does quite well on the dirt trails, on the 2 tracks and so forth. I've not done any like intense mountain biking on it, nor do I intend to. I have really no interest in that. But as far as the doing fine on pavement, doing fine on the gravel, and that sort of thing, that's fine. Obviously, you're going to be moving a lot slower than somebody who's, maybe a comparable cyclist is going to be moving on a road bike. But again, there's trade-offs. There's no question about that. I had said earlier, I'd said about this seat I could ride all day on it. That's somewhat of an exaggeration. After about a 3-hour ride or so, I'm ready to get off of it. But all that being said, it does fine. What else do we need to say about it? It's unfortunate they don't make it anymore. At least I don't think they do. They make the Cypress, which is very similar, but has a larger wheelbase, or a larger wheel diameter, I should say, not a larger wheelbase, and a tire that's probably set up a little bit more for in favor of pavement and so forth. So you're probably going to get a little bit more speed for equal effort. But then again, that's just one of the that's a trade-off with any of these particular bikes. Again, some folks that were doing reviews were complaining about not having the middle sprocket on the front. I personally don't care about that at all. Even on the other bikes I've had, which haven't had that many, I find myself rarely using the middle front sprocket at all. And you've got a nice big gear on the cassette back here in the rear, so climbing any kind of a hill and so forth is not going to be any sort of a problem at all. And overall, like I say, the shifting is smooth. There's been no real problems that I can think of. I just carry very basic, minimal things on it. Toolkit, water bottle, so forth. Came set up for that, of course. I do like these handle grips. It does provide a nice little situation to set your hand on that when you're just kind of riding along and so on. The braking is good. I've had no problems stopping, quickly coming to a complete stop at high speeds. I don't know how these brakes are rated or whatever. I know there's probably ones that will stop faster, but my experience tells me that these will stop fast enough, and no complaints. Once again, I did say, I had to pay extra for this kickstand. I don't know. I don't think when I bought this bike, I was not, looking at buying something to shave 10 seconds off of a 2-hour race. So I wasn't worried about the weight that a kickstand might add. but I paid them 30 bucks to put it on. I'm glad I did. I don't know why that just seems kind of cheap in my opinion. Put a kickstand on a bike like this. I understand a racing bike, or a performance bike, whatever you want to call it, I understand that, but that's not what this is for. This is a recreational bike. People buy this for fun and fitness. They're not going to be racing on it. And again, the comfort factor is good. So, all in all, do I find the $600 that I spent on this before I paid Uncle Sam and paid them to put the other 30 bucks to put that kickstand on and whatever else worthwhile? Yeah, I think I did all right. And like I say, if you can find one of these, I would recommend buying it. I mean, if you're obviously using it for the same type of things that I would be wanting it for. But if I were to buy another bike, well, I wouldn't get rid of this one, but if I was going to buy another bike, I might buy a gravel bike. If I was actually going to be concerned about going faster and anything like that. But a regular standard road bike for where I find myself riding is relatively not necessary. Unbelievable. I'm going to go ahead and include the turkeys that just came up into my yard on this video about this bike. But I just thought maybe it would be interesting, so we have a whole bunch of turkeys. But nonetheless. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you have anything, any questions or anything to add, please feel free to do so in the comments section below. Like I say, I'm certainly no expert cyclist, but like I say, this bike here, for just somebody who dabbles in it like myself, it's great. Once again, any comments, questions, helpful information, please don't hesitate. Have a good day.